What is good, Tesla family? It's Ray J back with another video, and in this one I'm going to be talking about the one and only Tesla stock and break down what on earth is going on with the share price. I'm also going to be talking about how a Wyckoff accumulation schematic may actually be able to capture what Tesla may end up doing in the future. Now, it may not be 100% correct because there could be so many nuances in the market, but I want to talk about what I drew out in one of my previous videos from a few weeks ago and whether or not this could still end up playing out. I'm also going to talk about some major tweets that came out from Elon Musk because we have some major updates for Tesla involving AI Day and also a new robot that Tesla is developing. Now, before I say anything about Elon Musk, before I talk about what he just said about Tesla and how this may affect the share price, I do have to mention a couple of things real quick. The first thing is I'm not a financial planner, so please don't take this as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please smash the like button if you want to see more videos like this. Not only benefits me, it benefits the entire Tesla community as a whole. And the last thing is, if you guys can, please check out the Webull link down below in the description. If you sign up for Webull, the link down below, and deposit any amount of money into the account, you're guaranteed 6 free stocks, each worth up to $2,000. Now, you could always sell these 6 free stocks for cash and use that cash to buy some Tesla shares for free in this limited time offer that ends in just 5 days. So please check it out before they run out. With that out of the way, let's get on with the video. So looking at Tesla, as you can see, there are some nuances in the way this thing was moving. And in my previous videos, I actually made this video, I drew this out in a previous video like a couple of weeks ago, right? And I kind of anticipated like around here, we would enter that sell test in phase B phase, then we get a temporary relief bounce. And so far we kind of started to see that. I mean, we saw some nice push followed by some downside. So I don't know if this is going to continue to push up or if we're going to drop. We're kind of on the edge right now, so we'll have to wait and see how the market responds. But here's the thing. The thing about this is it's possible that this could kind of play out. We kind of get a nice push, and later during the year, we get a big drop, perhaps as we enter like, I don't know, around August or so, because that's when we get the data from Q2. And there are some recessionary fears that are coming out that could actually cause the market to drop a little more. And in a previous video, I also calculated Tesla's bottom. The very bottom may be around that like 550, 540 range. It is possible for this thing to drop a little harder. I'm going to be real with you because of what's happening with the Fed. Now, I can't promise that, right? I don't truly know where the bottom will be because if people are panic selling, we just don't know. So just take that with a grain of salt. I used a Fibonacci retracement chart to calculate that. So we don't really know where the bottom will be, which is why it's tricky to just try to like sell and then try to like time it. It could be tricky. Now, when it comes to Elon Musk and Tesla, there are other things I want to bring up that he stated that are massive for Tesla. So I'm sure you guys saw this yesterday. Elon Musk is asking a lot of executives to pause all hiring, cuts 10% of staff amidst the super bad feeling that he has about our economy. So, like I said before, economic changes can be what caused the market to kind of drop, but perhaps a little bit later in the next few months, that's where it could get a little bit worse as we get more GDP data and CPI data as well to come out. So, just wanted to put that out there that is essentially what he said. And that just means, like I said before, the bottom for Tesla may not even be met just yet, which is why I used this accumulation schematic number 1 to calculate it, because you could see right here on the schematic, if I zoom in, we have sell test in phase B, that's a low, a push up, and it doesn't have to be like exactly at the same rate. Then we hit the spring phase, and that could actually be even lower. And if you don't believe that this has merit or if this worked in the past for Tesla. It's just a little bit different. You could see right here, very, very similar stuff in the past from like 2021. I could actually show you right here. It worked before. Doesn't guarantee it will work again, not necessarily, but so far it does appear to be tracking this in 2022. But you can see in the past, we saw Tesla hit preliminary support, get a nice bounce, drop to the selling climax, get that automatic reaction followed by the sell test, kind of like a push up. And we didn't really see the sell test in phase B unless it's like right here. We got a nice push up right here, right? That's like kind of like these two. It's kind of like this. Then we drop really hard to the new low. That's where the spring came in, right here. And after that, we got the first test, push up, last point of support, SOS or the sign of strength, followed by the big rally to Tesla's all-time high. So it has merit, right? It is possible that we see something kind of like this play out. And considering that I do think that there might be a little bit more downside in the future, that's why I used this particular version. There are different versions of this. So we might see something kind of like this, right? Elon Musk is talking about how there could be a recession. When the US enters a recession, typically what people look at is 2 consecutive negative GDP quarters in growth. So we saw Q1 was negative already for the year. We're not going to get the data for Q2 until later. I think we won't find out till like July or August. So it takes time for the data to come out. Okay. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes. Musk does think we're basically in a recession, and it's actually not bad for our economy. We kind of need that reset. But there is chaos, okay, in the markets. It's the uncomfortable truth, but it's not the end of the world. This is not the end of the world because Tesla still has some things that can maybe push it up. I mean, they have a stock split coming out. That doesn't necessarily improve it fundamentally. That doesn't mean it's just conquering something huge. All it really does is opens more doors for more investors. It leads to lots of bullish price action, especially people buying into options. It makes options cheaper. So these things could be good as more doors are opened. Now, when is the stock split coming? I don't have the exact date, but some people suspect it may come in just the next couple of months, maybe around August. That could be something that's big for Tesla. So we could start to see a push up kind of like this a little bit later around August. Now, when it comes to Tesla, like I said, there's still very bullish things coming out, okay? 2023, I think Tesla's going to break all-time highs again, thanks to the Cybertruck, thanks to the Roadster, thanks to new production, thanks to other developments, and also in September, we have something big coming out. It states right here, Elon Musk first stated, Tesla AI Day number 2 will be epic. What? What are we talking about? Then he basically responded that AI Day was pushed to September 30th, okay? As we may have an Optimus prototype working by then. That's incredible. Incredible news in my opinion. Very, very bullish for the long term. Right over here, this person known as Dave Lee replied, will the Optimus prototype look the same or at least very similar to the display model at the Giga Texas opening? Musk responded, no. Something new is in the works, and this is very bullish in my opinion for the long-term future. Then look at this right here. VW actually stated something, they stated this right here. They essentially congratulated the Chevy Volt, Porsche, Cadillac, and they're also working on EVs themselves. And then they congratulated Tesla. They said, the Model Y, don't we take a second to acknowledge how much you've done for the future of electric vehicles? And they're referring to the Model Y made by Tesla. Musk responded, thanks. And also well done to you for advancing electric vehicles. So we could see the EV sector is growing. Tesla's developing AIs. We have the Cybertruck coming out soon. We have the Roadster. I'm insanely bullish for the next year, 2023, 2024, and beyond. Right now, the opportunities will come to buy these shares for cheap before they go to the moon. The stock split will also help us do that. So I want to put it out there. Okay, we might see something like this. There could be more downside in the future, okay? I don't know if we're just going to start dumping from here. That's also a possibility. Sometimes these variations could be kind of different from Wyckoff while still respecting it. But right now, like I said, for me personally, when I day trade, I look at the chart from a day-to-day basis. It's not extremely difficult to trade Tesla, in my opinion. It's not that hard when you look at the chart in real time, when it's actually moving. Predicting it in the future is what's hard because we don't know what events are truly going to come. We don't know if it's going to be announced if the US is in a recession. I mean, it most likely will be, but it's not 100% guaranteed just yet. There are economic issues that could lead to some negative catalysts, but at the same time, Tesla's doing very well. It's improving fundamentally. We have AIs coming out, the stock split. We have, AI Day in September. I mean, huge catalysts are coming. So it's like it's kind of caught in the middle where a market's pushing it down, but it's getting better fundamentally. At the end of the day, I've said this a million times. If you don't want to just day trade this on a day-to-day basis, if you're really busy, a strategy is buy, hold, and wait. Because you could see this thing grow to astronomical levels. I do believe, and I've said this before, you might think I'm crazy, but I still believe this thing could break all-time highs again next year. I do believe in Cathie Wood's price target of 4,600 by 2026, or even before that. I mean, I'm very bullish. With that said, 4,600 is not necessarily accounting for the stock split, just with today's amount of outstanding shares. Things are fine. Elon Musk is hinting at how big this company will be. Will there be downside? Yes, they're going through some hits as they're mitigating their liabilities by cutting some of their staff. They may be in a position where they have to do that. The economy may not be in the best of states. Okay? It's the truth. But what happens after recessions? Every recession has recoveries after that. Recoveries tend to be longer than recessions. They tend to be short business cycles. There's a disruption known as the recession, but the business cycle perpetuates with the recovery phase, which is a little bit longer. And we know the US economy will recover, our companies will recover, our people will recover, and Tesla is going to recover too in the future. I'm confident. So be patient. Look at this as an opportunity to buy more shares for cheap and stay strong. Big catalysts are coming, and I'm very, very excited. With that out of the way, thank you for listening. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you guys in the next one. Tesla to the moon, and peace out.